All right. Here I have the DJI zenmuse X5s for the Inspire 2. I had to purchase this for the Inspire 2 because I didn't want the what is it, the X4. I'm not sure. I don't have too much information on the X4, but I end up with the X5s with the micro four third sensor. So that means if you put a 25 millimeter lens on it, you got to time it by 2 to become a 50 millimeter and a 35 millimeter full frame camera. So in other words, I have this. When you put this on your micro four third, it become a 50 millimeters, and as opposed to an actual 25 millimeters, because the micro four third has a 2 times multiplier on it. Anyhow, this is a cool little camera. It's fine and everything, but the sensor's still a little small, and I don't see much. There's nothing wrong with it. Just a little smaller sensor as opposed to this APS one here, which is the same as X7. The X7 it should be a much better camera. Not that much better. It should be a little bit, because the sensor's a little bit bigger, so at night you should be able to pick up a little bit more light and more information on your light, because the sensors gather more lights, and it should be a little bit cleaner. And it still has a multiplier of 1.5 on it. So if I put let's say something like let's say like a Laowa that I have here, which is a 9 millimeter lens. You gotta time it by 1.5. So I think it becomes like a 13.5 or 12.5. I gotta double check on that, but I think it's between those two numbers here. It's a cool lens. It's a cool little lens actually to have the Laowa. That's the only lens that's made outside DJL for the DL mount, which I'm confused about. Why people are having to buy this DL mount lenses when they could just make EF mount or Nikon mount, any other mount but the DL mount, because no one has DL mount unless you're buying it from DJI, which and those lenses are mighty expensive, and I'm not sure they're worth the price. That's why I went with the Laowa lens, but it's a little too wide for certain applications. So I'm still gonna need to get something like a 25 millimeter lens, or a 24, 25, what have you, or even a 35. But I definitely want the 24, which would put me at 36 millimeters, because this has a 1.5 multiplier on it. Again, this is a 6K camera. It's a 6K camera. When I'm looking inside this one here, I don't see much of a difference. And I did see the footage on both of them, and I didn't see a major difference, but there is some difference. Like, you really got to be into production to see the major difference, like I am a little bit. You're shooting like low budget movies. They want that. They kind of want that quality. So if you're looking at the two sensors, I'm not seeing a major difference. Even the micro four third, maybe it's the camera. The micro four third looks a little bit bigger than let me see there. Yeah, actually the APS is bigger. It's much bigger than, not much bigger, but it is a little bit bigger. Let's say it's 0.5 micron bigger than the micro four third. But the advantage of the micro four third is you have lenses all over the place. Like I have the 25 millimeter lens on this. I have a 12 to 42. What else do I have? I had a 45 millimeter lens for this, which become like a 90, which is crazy. For this camera here, the X7, you're very limited on lenses. You gotta buy the DL mount from DJI, and they're like $1,400 a piece. So you buy the whole kit for $5,000. Remember, when you buy that kit, the lens kit, it's $5,000, plus you gotta buy the camera, and then you gotta get the Inspire. You talking about $10,000-$12,000. Then you gotta get filters and all that extra stuff for the for the drone. You gotta make sure you're making your money off this. With this one, you just pick up any off the shelf lens from micro four third, and you just gotta balance it a little bit. As you can see, I have this one balanced for this lens here, which is the Lumix 25 millimeter lens. I balance it with this little thing in the back here. It's a little, I think it's a little front heavy still. You just gotta balance it out. It works fine. Put a little filter on it, and it balances fine. And I'm able to use my follow focus for now on this, but I gotta get the DJI lenses for this camera here. So I'm waiting to get that, and that's the difference. And also, if you really wanna take advantage of this lenses here, this camera, you still gotta pay for the ProRes. You gotta pay for the Pro Raw. For this one, you gotta pay for the Pro Raw, for ProRes Raw from DJI for another $1,000 to be able to shoot on 6K on this. You can't just straight up shoot 6K on it, which is crazy. And this is 24 megapixels. So there's some advantage, but not major. You gotta pay for the advantage. Like you buy the camera, but you can't fully use it unless you pay some ransom money for like another $1,000. I have the ProRes, which was an extra $500. So I'm gonna stick to ProRes. I don't need to shoot RAW. And if you do shoot RAW, you gotta get at least a full 480 gig, which is another $1,000 for that. Jesus Christ, you gotta be rich for this crap. Anyway, that's it, and I'm out. Peace.